Have you ever wondered about the origins of the papacy and how it has evolved over the centuries? A question that has sparked intrigue and debate among scholars, believers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Let's delve into the fascinating inception of the papacy. The story begins with Saint Peter, a humble fisherman turned apostle. Recognized by many as the first pope, Saint Peter's appointment wasn't through a conclave or election as we see today. Instead, it is believed that Jesus himself chose Peter, entrusting him with the keys to the kingdom of heaven, thus establishing the foundation of the papacy. However, the path from Peter to our present pope is not as straightforward as you might think. This line of succession, known as apostolic succession, poses its own set of mysteries. The historical records are patchy at best, especially for the first few centuries. Some popes' legitimacy has been questioned, while others have been labeled as anti-popes, leading to a tangled web of papal history that is as intriguing as it is complex. For instance, consider Pope Joan, a legendary figure believed by some to have reigned during the Middle Ages. While most historians dismiss her existence as folklore, the story persists, adding an extra layer of mystery to the papacy. Then there's the curious case of the Cadaver Synod, where Pope Stephen VI put his predecessor, Pope Formosus, on trial. The catch: Formosus was already dead. This bizarre event is just one example of the controversies that have peppered the history of the papacy. The papacy has also been subject to political intrigue, corruption, and power struggles, all of which have shaped its evolution. From the infamous Borgia family to the mystery of the missing Pope John Paul I, every era has its own set of papal enigmas. From its inception, the papacy has been shrouded in mysteries and controversies that continue to intrigue us to this day. As we journey through time, each chapter of the papacy reveals a new layer of secrets waiting to be unraveled. So, buckle up as we delve deeper into the captivating world of the Vatican and its popes. Moving forward to the medieval period, the Vatican was not without its share of enigmas. The time was ripe with intrigue, and the Vatican was no exception. This era bore witness to some of the most puzzling events in the history of the papacy. Let's start with the Avignon papacy, a 70-year period when the popes resided not in Rome but in Avignon, France. This unusual period, also known as the Babylonian captivity of the Church, began with Pope Clement V, who, under the influence of King Philip IV of France, moved the papal court to Avignon. The reasons behind this move have been the subject of much debate among historians, raising questions about the extent of secular influence on the Church. Then there was the Great Schism, a time of division within the Church where two and at one point three claimants to the papacy existed simultaneously. This was a time of great confusion and conflict, with the faithful torn between multiple popes. The mystery lies not just in how this situation came about, but also how it was eventually resolved, with the Council of Constance ending the schism, but leaving a lasting impact on the Church. Next, we delve into the legend of Pope Joan, a woman who supposedly reigned as pope for a few years during the Middle Ages. While many consider this tale to be nothing more than a myth, others believe there may be some truth to it, adding to the enigmatic aura that surrounds the Vatican. Finally, we come to the notorious Borgia popes, especially Pope Alexander VI, whose controversial reign was marked by allegations of nepotism, corruption, and even murder. The stories surrounding the Borgias are so scandalous that they've ignited countless conspiracy theories and continue to captivate imaginations even today. These medieval mysteries add another layer of intrigue to the Vatican's rich and complex history. As we peel back the layers, we find that beneath the surface there's always more to discover, and more questions to ask. What if I told you that a prophecy predicts every pope in history, right up to the present day? Imagine a medieval manuscript attributed to a 12th century Irish saint, Saint Malachy, which purportedly lists cryptic phrases predicting the characteristics of each pope from his time onwards. This is the Prophecy of the Popes, a document shrouded in mystery and controversy. The prophecy contains 112 short Latin phrases, each said to represent a pope. Some believe that the phrases accurately describe each pope, while skeptics suggest that they are so general they could apply to anyone. For instance, Pope John Paul II, the 110th pope in the prophecy, was represented by the phrase "labor of the sun." Interestingly, he was born on the day of a solar eclipse and buried during another. Coincidence or prophecy? That's for you to decide. The prophecy also predicted Pope Benedict XVI, the 111th Pope, as the glory of the olive. The Benedictine order, whose symbol is an olive branch, saw this as a clear reference to their order. But again, critics argue that this could be a mere coincidence. But the most chilling part of the prophecy is about the final pope, the 112th, referred to as Peter the Roman, who would lead the church during tribulations and the destruction of Rome. Intriguingly, the current pope, Francis, is the 112th pope since the prophecy. However, he doesn't exactly fit the description of Peter the Roman, sparking debates among believers and skeptics alike. The prophecy of the popes has been mired in controversy since its discovery in the 16th century. Some argue that it's a forgery, created for political purposes. Others believe it's a genuine prophecy, accurately predicting the lineage of popes. Whether you believe in it or not, the prophecy of the popes adds an element of suspense and mystery to the papacy. This prophecy, like many other aspects of the papacy, continues to fuel debates and inspire intrigue, making the Vatican a fascinating subject of study and discussion. In recent times, the concept of the first black pope has stirred much interest and speculation. Indeed, the idea of a black pope is more than a mere novelty. It's a potent symbol of the global diversity and representation that the Catholic Church has come to embody in the 21st century. The Catholic Church is a truly global institution with a membership spanning every continent, every race, and every culture, yet its leadership has historically been predominantly European. The election of a black pope would send a powerful message, signaling the Church's commitment to inclusivity and global representation. But the Vatican isn't just a place of spiritual leadership and global diplomacy. It's also a place of mystery and intrigue. One of the most confounding modern mysteries is the case of Emanuela Orlandi, a 15-year-old Vatican citizen who mysteriously disappeared in 1983. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, her fate remains an enigma to this day. Orlandi's disappearance isn't the only mystery that has perplexed Vatican watchers. The Vatican's bank, the Institute for the Works of Religion, has been embroiled in a series of financial scandals and controversies. Its opaque operations, combined with its status as a sovereign entity, make it a fertile ground for speculation and conspiracy theories. And then there's the Vatican Secret Archives, a treasure trove of historical documents that is largely inaccessible to the public. What secrets do these archives hold? Could they shed new light on the Church's past or perhaps even its future? In the modern era, the Vatican continues to be a source of fascination, speculation, and intrigue. From the possibility of the first black pope to the unresolved mysteries surrounding the Vatican, there's no shortage of topics to captivate our imaginations. As we delve deeper into the world of the Vatican, we find that it's not just a place of faith, but also a place of enigma and wonder. From its inception to the present day, the Vatican and the papacy have been enveloped in mystery and intrigue. We began our journey by tracing the roots of the papacy, exploring how this institution has evolved over centuries, marking a significant impact on the socio-political landscape of the world. We delved into the historical intricacies that have shaped this powerful religious entity, shedding light on its early years and the profound transformations it underwent during the medieval era. We then ventured into the medieval mysteries, a time brimming with secrecy and concealed truths. From alleged papal assassinations to hidden treasures, we navigated through a labyrinth of enigmas that have long baffled historians and conspiracy theorists alike. This era, rife with power struggles, secret alliances, and shadowy figures, has left behind a legacy of unsolved puzzles that continue to fuel our curiosity today. In our next segment, we discuss the prophecy of the popes, a document that has stirred intrigue since its discovery in the 16th century. This prophecy, said to predict the succession of popes and the end of times, has sparked heated debates, with some viewing it as a divine revelation and others dismissing it as a clever forgery. As we moved into modern times, we examined the concept of the first black pope, a topic that has generated much speculation. We looked at the significance of this potential breakthrough in the predominantly white papacy and how it might signal a shift in the Church's approach to inclusivity and diversity. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered some of the Vatican's most enduring mysteries, delving into the corners of history that are often shrouded in secrecy. We've navigated through centuries of power, faith, conspiracy, and intrigue, bringing to light the mysteries that make the papacy such a fascinating subject. Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or simply curious, one thing is certain. The Vatican and the papacy have a rich history that continues to captivate us, and its mysteries continue to intrigue us to this day.